Struggling to light your model in Blender? Want a simple yet professional studio lighting setup? Let me show you how to achieve it with a 3-point light setup. We will use a free Canon model from Polyhaven as a subject. First, position the camera at your desired render angle. Next, create a simple studio background. Add a plane, extrude it along the z-axis and bevel the edge for smooth curve. After that, I recommend splitting the viewport into two sections, one for camera focused on the subject and other for adjusting the lighting. Let's also disable the overlays on the camera side and switch to the rendering view. This setup allows you to see how the light illuminates the subject effectively. Before adding the light to the scene, you must reduce the strength of the world to 0 so we can have complete control over the light. Add an area light. This will serve as a key light. The key light is the most powerful light in a 3-point lighting setup. It defines the shadows and mood of your scene. For key light, you should not place it directly in front of or behind the camera. Instead, place it at an angle of around 45 degrees from the camera. So key light will create a strong shadow on the opposite side of the light, shaping its form and adding depth. You can press R twice to adjust the direction of the light. In both traditional and 3D lighting technique, key light is used to create bright spots on a specific area of the subject. It is a powerful way to direct the viewer's focus. In this scene, we want the bright spot to be on the Canon, so we can direct the area light towards it. Now let's increase the strength. To ensure the bright spot extend along the entire length of the Canon, change the shape of the area light from a square to a rectangle and increase its length along the y-axis. Additionally, we should decrease its spread value to create a sharper shadow. Our key light is now set. While the key light creates shadows and defines the shape of your subject, the fill light plays a crucial role in softening the shadows created by the key light. Add any light. It doesn't have to be an area light only. The fill light is usually positioned opposite the key light. Increase the area as well to reduce the light intensity and distribute the light more evenly. The primary role of a fill light is to soften and lighten the shadow created by the key light without creating additional strong highlights. It's important to keep in mind to use a very weak intensity of light and not lose the valuable contrast created by the key light. While the key light and fill light works to illuminate your subject, but the rim light is the one which adds a finishing touch to the render. Let's add another area light and position it behind the camera, facing the subject. Hide the other two lights to just focus solely on the rim light and its effect on the subject. You can observe that it creates a bright outline around the edges. Now let's change the light to a rectangle so that we can have a rim light on the entire length of the subject. Also increase the strength. The main role of the rim light is to separate the subject from the background by creating a bright outline around the edges. It helps the subject stand out, making them visually distinct from the background. We can decrease the spread value of the light, which will focus the light more sharply on the subject. We can get away with a low intensity light without decreasing the spread value as well. But what I wanted was a sharper light on the subject. The rim light adds depth and dimension to the subject by emphasizing its shape and silhouette, often create a more three-dimensional look. And that's exactly how you can achieve studio quality lighting in Blender. But if you're looking to take your lighting to the next level, check out this video.